People who act like they don't see you are the ones watching you the most. And you can tell because they try and hide it. If somebody has to try and hide the fact that they're watching you, that says a lot. Because it means that this person really doesn't want you to know that they even see you. That's weird for someone to not want to acknowledge someone, but to look at someone is a little crazy. Now, I understand if it's the opposite sex. You may have someone that is uncomfortable with having people know that they're looking at someone. But at least, I mean, that person is at least going to look back, or there's going to be some type of interaction between you and them to where you know it's definitely not what we're discussing in this video. It's definitely not somebody that's a glutton for attention, someone that is just trying to basically paint a picture to where you don't exist, but it's them that doesn't exist. The reason why they want you to feel like you don't exist, and it's not even that you care, they're trying to force this negative feeling onto you. That's what projection is. People that don't like themselves, they tend to get around people who do, or spy on people that do, or people that are sure of themselves, people that are focusing on themselves, people that seem confident in themselves. People tend to, these types of people, narcissists tend to spy on them. They tend to watch them. They tend to really pay attention to you more than they should. And they're studying you, but when you go to look, they don't want you to know that they're holding you in such a high reverence. But you can pretty much put that together from the amount of times you've had this happen. And since these same types of people behave in the same type of way, you pretty much put two and two together, and you can see that it's there's some way that they view you that they don't want you to know, greater than you would ever imagine, greater than you would ever think. And they look at you like a well-respected person on certain aspects. It's just that in certain aspects, it's just that they don't want you to know. They don't want you to think that you're perceived that way, because that will cause you to feel a certain way about yourself. That will cause you to feel a way about yourself that they wouldn't want to have any part of. But here is the weird part, right? They'll make you interact with them, and they'll make you see them and make you have to talk to them. And sometimes you'll even, out of like frustration because you're just so tired of it, you just want to show them some love because it's weird, and you just want to make it, you just want to have a normal experience. Oh, okay, cool. You'll find something to give them a compliment on, or so. Oh, okay, yeah, nice jacket. They'll be like, yeah, thanks. It's like, yeah, I had never seen nobody take a compliment like that before. It's like you compliment them just so they'll get out the way, because you know they want you to see them, and if they have there's something new on, you know that's part of what it is. You gonna see them in whatever they got on. You like, hey, cool, whatever. Thanks. Like, yo, who takes a compliment like that? And me personally, I know it can be difficult to take a compliment, because you may not trust it. You may not trust the source. With so many phonies that you dealt with, somebody compliments you, you're like, yeah, okay, right, thanks. You know, you try not to do that, but I mean, that's pretty much the energy you have for certain things like that, depending on your experience. But for people to force themselves onto you, for you to say something to them, but to turn around and act like they're not even going to pay any attention to you or pay you any mind, is wild. But it goes to show you how much power you have, because they're always trying to get noticed by you. Always trying to get noticed by you. They can't not be noticed by you, because if they weren't, then to themselves they would feel like they didn't have anything going on. They would feel like they didn't matter. They would feel terrible about themselves. They would feel small. And you know they have to feel larger than life. You know they need people to appease to that ego. And that's really what it is. They have so much ego, they cannot stand to not only let you focus on yourself, but to see you focused on yourself. It's like someone that, imagine not wanting to see someone go do something, but they go do it anyway. That's pretty much what it is. It's like it's another form of control. It's basically, in a sense, like them telling you, hey, don't go apply to there, or hey, don't go put that book out. Don't go selling them cookies. And then you do it anyway, and they're like, didn't I tell you not to do that? But it makes you, it's something that they know is going to make you successful. So they'll tell you like, that's not going to work, or they'll tell you that's not good enough, or didn't I tell you not to do that one? And that's the one that's going to do it for you. That's the one that's going to get you recognized. That's the one that's going to get you notoriety. Those are the cookies that you sell enough of those, you'll end up being able to open up your own bakery. So whatever it is you do, keep on doing it. All right, even if you have to learn how to do it and you have to hold off from doing it, still learn. The more you learn, the more you earn. All right, the more you learn, the more you earn. That's why it's very important to always be learning. Always. Super important. Very important. KRS-One told you that. He said you must learn. So the people that don't act like they see you, they're vampires. All right, they're demons. People that act like they don't see you, they got spirits on them. They probably have some type of evil intent towards you. They probably have some type of bad intent towards you. Stay away from people that act like they don't see you. Those are not the people for you to put your energy out towards and extend love to, in the form of showing people love, like talking to people. I used to speak to people like this. Speak to them and they still ignore you. They still wouldn't say anything. And before I caught on and knew that they were trying to steal my energy, once I found out that they were trying to steal my energy, I would just walk around them and keep it moving. But then I found that these people are so weird that they'll force themselves on you. And it's weird because they put you in a situation to where it's hard to figure out what to call out. Somebody is doing something that is wrong, you can say, hey, stop doing that. But when someone is doing something that you don't know what to call them out on for, it kind of leaves you in a conundrum. It leaves you lost. It leaves you confused. That's what their whole aim is. But I heard one thing you can do, and I'm sure it's effective. I have yet to use it because I just felt it would have, I'm not sure if it would have the type of effect that I was looking for, but now this is definitely, besides gray rocking, this is definitely a tactic that you can use for situations like this, and I will be using this myself. But one of the best things you could do is you could just get face to face with this person and be like, hi, I see what you're up to, I see what you're doing, and it's gonna stop. I'm gonna need you to stop this. What? Nothing. I'm gonna need you to stop this, or if not, every time it happens, I'm gonna be in your face, just like this, telling you to stop it. So you could either act like you know, and stop it, or we could just keep having these little meetups and greet ups, because I don't mind talking. I don't mind having a conversation with you, because you could break people down like that. They're real easy to break down. They think they could break you down. Well, guess what? You could break them down too without even being rude. You just hit them with pure hard facts of who they are as a person, because you know they can't handle that. They don't like being told about themselves. So the best thing to do with people like this is, hey, I see what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You got to stop this behavior. You got to stop this. All your little games that you're playing that you don't think other people see, or you may not think I see it. Well, guess what? I see it. I'm not the one for you to do these types of things with. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Or, well, you're going to know what I'm talking about. I'm going to make you know what I'm talking about. Because what you're doing, that you know you're doing, you're going to stop. You're going to stop. You got to face people like that. And it's hard because, like I said, what they're doing is it's like a ghost. Now you see them, now you don't. How are you supposed to call somebody out on that? You have this idea that other people are going to think you're nuts. You can't care what other people think. You can't worry about what other people think. You have to prevent the types of things happening to you that you don't want to happen. And the best way is to call people out. The best way is to talk to people about these things. Sometimes it's best to ignore them, but other times it's also good to talk to people about these types of things. You go to them, it doesn't work. Go to the next person. Go to the person who's behind the desk, the person who's in charge, who can see the cameras. You got to go to somebody. I don't care if you got to go to them every day. Hey, I'm still dealing with you. You know, I'm still dealing with this. Yeah, you see how I'm handling it, but I'm gonna need you to do your part. I'm gonna need you to enforce some type of rule. There has to be some type of rule or regulation or ordinance or some type of respect policy for the people in this building. Every building has a policy. The policy of this building is being disrespected when I have to interact with this person. So if the policy of this establishment is being interfered with when I interact with this person, there has to be something about that, because that's an infraction. There's something wrong there. That is not supposed to be happening. People could get in trouble for that. So why you get in trouble over not having over having negative behavior towards someone that's never going to stop or change unless there's something put in place to make them stop or change? Something like their job being threatened, something like their livelihood being taken away from them, something like some pressure being put on them, something like them possibly being evicted or replaced or displaced, or having to move. Doesn't always have to be you. You could pray and have God enforce these things. They won't enforce it. Well, guess what? God will. You could pray and have God move these people to new jobs, to new locations. That's the one thing you got to remember. You can't get so upset to where they have you not thinking clearly. You deal with people like this, it's always best to take a step back and think. Don't go off of emotion. Don't go off of anger. You're a person that is easily angered or easily upset. That's okay. You just have to work on that, and you can. Some people are. Everybody has things that they got to deal with, and everybody's different. But no, G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. If you're aware, nothing else compares, because you can fix it. You can solve your problem. You can become somebody different by seeing yourself as the person you wish to be. You see yourself as someone that doesn't react. You pray to God to help you and overcome these things. How would you want to handle it? How would you see yourself handling a situation or a person like this in your ideal manner, in your ideal way. How would a straight up boss version of you handle a situation like this? See yourself as a person. You don't even have to know how to handle the damn situation. Leave that up to God. God is your answer. All right. I'm telling you, God is your answer. You don't even have to have an answer. God is your answer. But guess what? All you have to do is live in the end and see yourself as someone that handles situations like this easily and effortlessly. You are the narc annihilator. You don't even have to have the answer. God is your answer. When Moses was afraid that he wasn't able to speak because he had a speech impediment, God said, don't worry about it. I'll give Aaron the correct words to say. God will give you the correct words to say. God will give you the correct words to say. No need to worry. All we have to do is have faith. They're tricks by the enemy. That's why they attack your mind. Because you're working your mind. You're implanting certain thoughts in your mind, positive thoughts. You're implanting God's word in your mind, positivity, highly intelligent spiritual information, highly intelligent spiritual information and advanced knowledge. So you're good. The right words will come. When you have faith and you put God first, the right words will always come to you at the right time. And if you are subscribed to my channel and you watch my videos, you see that in my videos, so you know firsthand that's real. God uses people like that, and he'll use you like that. That's why God is your problem. So when you deal with these phonies, these phony jabronis like this, when you're dealing with the phony jabronis, and you have people that are petty, people that are playing games, people that always want to be right here and then just dip off. Like, just do something to try to make a person upset and then flee the scene. The wicked flee when no man pursueth. Straight cowards. So it is an issue in certain places that don't handle these types of problems. They don't see it. They don't see it. It doesn't exist. It's not happening to them. It's not their problem. But if nobody's going to handle it, you can't just let people keep bothering you, whether you're going to be able to maintain what you have or not. Sometimes you lose it all and you have a down moment. But guess what? God made Joseph overseer of all Egypt. He got thrown in a pit. He went from working with Pharaoh. He ended up being employed and ended up getting unemployed and put in jail. He went from being Pharaoh's right-hand man to being thrown in jail. And he got slandered. He went from being in a high position like, man, imagine going through that. You have a down moment, then you get up. Then some weird stuff happens and you get down again. That's life. So Joseph, he got thrown in the pit. Yo, I had this dream. Everything's going good. I got this coat. Stripped him of the coat. Threw him in the pit. He got fly and he's dreaming. That's like you having an idea of some good things happening and you're working, you're getting your checks, you're saving your money, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You got ideas of what you want to do. Slowly starting to get your things together, and then they want to cut you down. They throw you in a spiritual pit. That spiritual pit might be unemployment. Well, guess what? Joseph, not only did he get thrown in the pit, he got sold into slavery. And then after that, after he worked his way up to a high rank, Pharaoh's wife Tried to play him out because he wouldn't sleep with her. Scandalous, all right? And she said he tried to rape her, or raped her, or tried to, and he got thrown in jail. So you get thrown in the pit, hated on, thrown in the pit by your own brothers. Your own brothers, all right? The closest to you, do the most to you, all right? Sold into slavery, put in a higher position, slandered and lied on by the missus. And then he got put in jail for 2 years. Sometimes there are down moments. He got put in the jail for 2 years. He had to go through that. And guess what? He came out on top, came out overseer of all of Egypt. So don't be afraid. Don't feel that you can't stand up for yourself because this is the only job you'll ever get in your life. Don't feel that you can't stand up for yourself because you don't have anything and this is the only opportunity, or this person is all you have, or they're the only help that's helping you right now, or they're the only person in your life. If people aren't doing you right and somebody wants to do crazy by you, guess what? You're going to let them have it by telling them about themselves and not taking it. I see what you're doing. You're not going to play with me like that. Oh, well, I don't know. Okay, well, if you act like you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm either going to leave. You act like I don't know what I'm talking about, don't talk to me unless we have work to do. If there's no work to be done, don't come near me. If there's no work to be done, don't speak to me. If there's no work to be done, you shouldn't even be around me. If there's no work to be done, we shouldn't even be anywhere where we could even see each other unless we're passing by or something. But these people are so weird that they create situations for them to be seen by you. They know you don't like them. They're trying to create stress. That's why you have to look at them not from a way to where they stress you out. They want to get on your nerves. Say to yourself, you're not getting on my nerves. I'm not going to let you. And they won't. Cancels it out right then and there. Cancels it all out. Because they know they're rotten. They know they're rotten. They know they're rotten. They know they're rotten to the core. And a lot of the people at the jobs, they'll have cliques of just rotten people. People that know, yo, we're up to no good, and guess what? This is what you got to deal with. Because we are thick in here. We up to no good and we thick up in here. So you have to find a place that's the right fit for you. Don't just think that this is all you got. I know you may, well, you know what, I gotta, depending on what it is, you can keep it. But if people are going to continue to just try to do weird by you, don't let that happen. There's laws in place. There's things in place. You may have to take a look at your employee handbook. You may have to, crack open that employee handbook. Take some time out, read it. Then you can call them out on whatever wrong they're doing. When you know the rules, people are less likely to play with you. When you know the rules, people are less likely to play with you. So if people keep playing with you, you may have to look up some rules. You may have to find out what is right and what's wrong. You may have to find out what is supposed to be happening and what's not supposed to be happening. Because once you figure that out, like I said, once you know how to play, once you know the rules, people can't play with you like that. If they do, guess what? You can cancel them. You can game over them. You can knock their pieces off the chessboard. So you have people in this world who have rotten attitudes, and they want to try to spoil your life. They want to try to spoil your plans. They want to try to ruin what you have going for you. And not only that, they want to act like you don't even exist. But that's just to add the icing on the cake, and just to try to make it appear like they're a good person, and they're not out to get you. Because if they could appear like they don't see you, or they're not doing anything when you pursue them, you look like the one that's problematic. That's why you have to handle this. It's very key how you handle this. And the key to handle this is how you see me talking in this video. That's how you handle situations. How you might hear anything, how you might see me handling anything in this video. That's how you handle things. All right. So we all have times where we don't handle things our best, but we don't want to base that as how we view ourselves and how we see ourselves. Everybody has down moments. This is going to be your up one, and you about to handle this with style and grace, all in the hater's face. All right, I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching my video, and please, if you support my channel, send a great donation over to my Cash App. Hit the Cash App, $Druuill. Everything is appreciated. All right, y'all are keeping me afloat. Y'all are helping me out. Y'all are really doing a service for me when you send those donations. All right, so thank you. I appreciate each and all of your help. All right, and keep striving towards greatness. I'll see you in the next video. Don't let your situation define you. You define yourself, and reverse anything that you don't like. Peace.